BCIM, that is Bangladesh, China, India and Myanmar, is a collaboration which is being worked out. Give a bird's eye macro level of how you could. Now coming to the subject proper, why you have come here, I have only one advice to render. You see, all management skills, wherever you learn, you may be in Stanford, you may be in Berkeley, you may be anywhere, you may be here in IIM Shillong, you may be in Mandalay. They will teach you certain principles of management. The crucial thing for you as management students, future leaders, is how do you apply them? That's the crucial element. Now, what is managerial skills composed of? Professor Tripathi will teach you economics. She is almost a renowned figure, known all over, written innumerable research papers. One will come and tell you about industrial relations, another will come and tell you about marketing. Please remember, it basically boils down to two things you must keep always in mind. There is something called a corporation where you will be functioning under an organizational structure. One is called the culture and the other is strategy. The entire gamut of all the subjects that you will be taught here will fall under these two broad divisions. A corporate culture and the strategy it adopts to stand as an organization, to work out the strategies, etc., how to function. The question in an organization will be, how and where do you make the adjustment between culture and strategy? So your top of the bracket of managers will be trying to give a balance between the culture and if you observe top managing companies, all international companies, Professor Tripathi has told you about us. What is our strategy? What is our culture? Our culture is known, we have put it down. When you go around the campus, you will find we have written it everywhere in the blackboard to remind ourselves. You must have seen in the entrance on the left hand side, you see it, and we have done it in a wooden board. That's corporate culture, where in any organization when you work, let me tell you, my son-in-law is a big man in Shell in the United States. My son works in Deloitte in the US. All studied there, they're all Americans, half Americans. They're also all top managers. But one thing is that in the organizational structure, unless you distinguish between culture and strategy, and also my students here will also, if my professors have told you, please keep this in mind. You have to have how to balance this out. It is only when you are not able to have a balance between culture of an organization and the strategy that you have to where you flounder. Now, this will be like two big circles. I wish I could draw on the blackboard, but I am not giving a lecture, I am supposed to be doing an inauguration. Then comes you. And on the other end will be the market, your consumer, where you are going to sell your product. Now there also you will find in the market structure, also there is a culture and an acceptable strategy. What is the culture of a market? For example, if you come to the Northeast, you will find my dress is very different. So if I am trying to get saris from, I can't sell saris here. I have to sell something else. So each community or each market has its own culture, its own demand pattern. And you as the person in between must be able to understand. And the other half of the market is the strategy, acceptable strategy. For example, some consumers would not like you to be too aggressive in their sale campaign. They like you to be very subtle. I'll give you a classic example. I was chairman managing director of a company called Mysodac. Well, I'll not tell you where I worked. I worked in a state called Karnataka. So I was chairman managing director. We used to make detergent powders. All the surf and all came much later. I'm talking of 1970s. Detergent is a powder. I have told Amitabh this story. It was being pushed in the market for the first time. It was very popular in North India, West India, but they were not able to sell it in South India. India is like this, in the south, and also in Eastern India, this part, Bengal and all. So we did a market research and we said, why has this happened? You'll be surprised what we found. We found that detergent powder was not being sold in South India because people used to wash their clothes in ponds. In East India, every village we find a pond. So the whole village used to go to the pond and wash. In India we do that. In Western India, North India, there's no luxury of much water because it's a very dry place. So people use bucket. They pick up the water from the well, they put the water, they put the powder and put it. Now in a pond you can't put detergent. You are not going to fill up the whole pond, are you? So people didn't buy it. So what was missing in the marketing strategy was our sales people did not understand the culture of the market. And the strategy which they adopted was not understanding the culture, and therefore there was a mismatch. In short, the only advice I'll give you, with due apologies to my colleagues who is going to take the class, techniques you will learn anywhere. As I said, you learn in Stanford, what you learn in Stanford. Peter Drucker is available anywhere. You pick up the book from the shelf, you will get it. You learn in Mandalay, you learn in Shillong. But the most crucial thing is whatever technique you learn, please learn to apply it properly, with fortitude, with imagination. That's the crucial, that's how we pick up good managers. If I am recruiting somebody, I would say, I like to pick up this because he or she understands how it has to be applied. In any profession you go, please learn to apply. So what is going to be taught to you here will be principles. So don't get stuck with the principles. The crucial thing is how those principles should be applied and in what context. So the contribution I'll make in this inauguration is, please remember culture and strategy. Organizational culture and strategy. You are in the middle, and on the other side is the consumer culture and strategy. If you can cross-feed, find exactly what can be, this link can be brought, you will be a successful manager and you will rise very fast in life. With these few words, I welcome you once again. I know you had little problem of heating up and blankets and all that. And another thing I want to tell you, all of you are walking barefoot, the ladies are wearing chappals, please go and buy socks, buy some woolens, I have requested director and Kulkarni to send some people, go to the market in the evening, go and buy some woolens. They're very good. People are extremely fashionable here. You see our girls here, the way they dress, we are not less than Hollywood. Okay? And if you can, your coming to India has come with a very interesting time. We have now a very successful movie which is going around town. It's called Rangoon.